I have had so many people in my DM, especially on Facebook, asking me, Eukarya, please, how do I leave this country? How do I relocate to the UK? One of them, one of the messages I received was really touching. And this person said, Eukarya, I have literally spent a lot of money. I have spent a lot of money, time, mental stress, yet nothing has been successful. I was really touched. I was really touched because I know how the standard of living is. Please, guys, stop spending money, stop giving scammers money in the verge of trying to relocate or leave the country where you are. Stop spending that kind of. Listen, everything is on the internet for you. Everything is literally on the internet. The UK government website has everything you need. Why don't you sit down and research? So after watching this video, I'll be giving you an assignment, and that assignment is for you to pick a pen and paper, sit down in your house, and strategize on how you would, your steps and method of how to leave the country. Sometimes it's not easy, but with the right information, it makes the whole thing easy. So if this video is really important to you, if your goal is to live where you are and move to the UK, please watch this video till the end. Before I proceed, my name is Eukarya and you are welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. On this channel, we talk about the UK, skilled worker visa, most especially, and other visa categories. We talk about all information regarding the United Kingdom. If you want to be here, if this information, if the UK is something you want to know about, and all information regarding the United Kingdom, please stay on the channel. Please subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share so that other people can actually benefit from the information that is being shared on this channel. Today, I'm going to be giving you 3 easiest methods. And these methods, you will be opportune to bring your dependent like your children or your partner. You know, recently, UK government has stopped healthcare workers, especially those on band 2. They've stopped them from bringing their dependents. Yes. But this visa category, I'm telling you, you are allowed to bring your dependents, your partner, and your children. So if you are interested in this, pick your pen and paper right now and jot down things as I'm saying them. First of all, after watching this video, please, I need you to go to the UK government website and do another research or do a proper research. You know, in school, after teaching us in school, after the lecturer has taught us everything, we still have to go back and read, isn't it? So after watching this video, please go back and do your proper research. Go to the UK government website. Everything you need is there on that website for you. But today I'm going to be introducing you to this visa category. And I hope that you're going to utilize this opportunity because it's out there. Don't let anybody take money from you because they want to help you do it. So after watching this video, just do exactly as I've said, and that will really help you. Besides bringing your partner and your children, another good thing about this visa category is number one, you'll be paid for the job you've done. Yes, I know some persons think that this job category is you're not going to be paid. No, you'll be paid. Hear me say it now. You'll be paid for the jobs you do. That is one. Second of all, this visa category gives you the opportunity to change jobs. That's cool. For you to change job, you're not tied to the job that brought you into the country. You can do that job, and if you decide to change after 6 months, it's less for you. If you decide to change after 1 year, it's less for you. But there are things you need to do if you want to change your sponsorship. Whichever employer that sponsored you into the country, if you want to change from that employer to another employer, you will need to get another certificate of sponsorship and then change job. Guys, it is not hard. It is really, really good. Trust me. A lot of people in the UK currently now are changing from one employer to the other. So if you come with this visa category and you decide to move into another organization or into another visa category, you are allowed to do that, which is really good. So come in first. The main thing is come in first. Do your research, work, make money as you're working. Then you strategize. If the one you came in with is still okay for you and you want to continue with it, that's fine. But if you want to change, yes, you would have the opportunity to change to another visa category. All right, guys, let's dive into it. Number one on our list is religious worker visa. Guys, this is a temporary visa. It's not a permanent one. But as I told you, you can extend your visa. One, you can extend your visa. Two, you can change sponsorship. You can change employer. You can change your job role. Yeah, you're not tied to the particular job that brought you into the country. So that is not a problem at all. That should not hinder you from doing your application. So for this visa category, you have to meet up the eligibility criteria, and then you have to show willingness that you want to work in religious aspect or that you want to do religious work. This visa category requires sponsorship certificate. That's the certificate of sponsorship, which we often call the COS. That is the most important thing in any skilled worker visa, because you can't just fly into the country. Just as students are being sponsored by the school, yeah, that is how you as an employee, your employer will give you certificate of sponsorship for you to come in. It will sponsor you to come into the country and work. Let's see the eligibilities. Let's see what we are required to do. You must have a certificate of sponsorship, yes, from a licensed sponsor. You have enough money to support yourself in the UK. So that means you will prove your fund. And what they have here is £1,270. Then definitely you have to be 18 years and above to apply for such visa. It's not for children, it's for adults. The next item we're going to look at is the documents you must provide. Certificate of sponsorship reference number. So on your COS document, there is a reference number on the top of it. That is the number you must have. So every certificate of sponsorship has that reference number. So you have to provide it during the application. Number two, you have a valid passport or document that shows your identity and your nationality. Thirdly, you show evidence that you have enough personal savings to support yourself in the UK. Just as we said, you have your proof of fund, which they quoted as £1,270. Then the fourth point is you have to provide proof of your relationship with your partner or your children if they are applying with you. Guys, I told you guys that this is one of the easiest visa category, and it's really cool for anybody who wants to come to the UK with their partner and children. Remember that last year, the UK government stopped healthcare workers from bringing in their partners or their dependents. Remember, but this particular visa category, you can bring in your partner, you can bring in your dependents, you can bring in your children. So what do you think? What are you waiting for? So this is a good opportunity for you to key in, do this application, and move to the UK with your partner and your children. Then the fifth thing you will have to provide is your tuberculosis test results. Yeah, so once you're traveling to the UK, you have to do your TB test. Everybody did it. You know, even if you're coming to study, even if you're coming as a visitor, you have to do your TB test. So that is one of the documents that you will have to provide. How long does it take? How long does it take to make your application for this visa? You can apply for this visa up to 3 months before the day you are due to start work in the UK. And the date of your start of work is always listed on your certificate of sponsorship. Then getting your decision. Once you have applied online and you've proved your identity and provided all the necessary documents, you will usually get a decision on your visa within 3 weeks if you are outside of the UK, and 8 weeks if you are inside of the UK. And you can also get fast decisions. Yes, you can pay for priority and get your decision maybe 3 to 5 days. Yes, I think. Or you do the standard one that is 3 weeks, guys. Whichever one you choose to do. I think it's a fantastic opportunity because you can literally leave your country and move to the UK in less than a week. Yeah, so that is it. So now let's go further to how much it costs. The two important things you have to prepare to pay for when you're doing application. There are three actually. So number one is your application fee, which is £319. The second is your healthcare surcharge. Yes, everybody pays for healthcare surcharge if you're moving to the UK mostly, even if you're coming as a student. So on this visa category, it is £1,035 per year. That is what you have to pay. And then remember, you have to prove your fund with £1,270. Then how long can you be allowed to stay in the UK? You'll be given a visa to live and work in the UK for up to 24 months or up to 28 days, more than the time on your certificate of sponsorship. So it's a 2 years visa. Yeah, there are things you can do and things you cannot do on this visa. Yes, well, every visa category in this country has do's and don'ts, and you have to obey the UK government. In fact, you have to obey the UK government, not only obeying the immigration rule, obeying um, other policy. You just have to obey, be a good citizen in the country. Yeah. So do not deflout. Remember not to deflout. So they've said number one, what you can do is you can study. You can study for some courses, but for you to do that, you will need something called the Academic Technology Approval Scheme Certificate. Then you can work for your sponsor in the job described in your certificate of sponsorship. So if your job role is written religious worker, you're going to do that job. You're not coming with religious work and then you're going to do an accountant job. No, you have to obey the rule of the country. So you have to do the job that you're being given on your certificate of sponsorship. Then the third thing is that you can do a second job in the same sector at the same level as your main job for up to 20 hours per week. That is outside of your main job. So you're allowed to do 20 hours per week. But it has to be a job in the same sector as the same role that you are, as the same role as your main job. Then you can as well do a job on the skilled worker immigration salary list for up to 20 hours per week as outside the hours of your main job. So you have a lot of opportunities. You can do your main job and you'll be paid. And then you can take extra 20 hours on another job that is on the same category or level as your main job. And you can also go to the UK government and search for skilled worker salary list jobs, like maybe shortage occupation list jobs. You can do 20, can apply as well, take up 20 hours per week. You're allowed to do that. So the only thing you can't do is to take public funds. Like you can't take public funds. So this is it for this visa category. If you have any question, please put it down in the comment section. Now we're going to move over to the second visa category. And that one is the charity worker visa. It is also a temporary work visa, guys. It has this eligibility, the documents you must provide, and then you are allowed to extend this visa. And you are also allowed to bring your partner and your children. Let's look at the overview. You can apply for this charity worker visa if you want to do an unpaid voluntary work for a charity. Guys, listen carefully, yeah? If you want to do unpaid voluntary work for a charity, you must meet other requirements. So there are other requirements. We'll click onto it and see what they say. Number one is you have to have your certificate of sponsorship. Number two, you have to have enough money to support yourself in the UK, which is also £1,270. And then you will be 18 years or above by the time you're applying for this visa. So besides having your certificate of sponsorship from a licensed employer, let's go through how long it takes to apply for this visa. Just as the religious worker visa, it takes up to 3 months. Like you can apply for this visa 3 months before the day you are due to start your job. Yeah. So if you're starting your job in like maybe in March or April, you can even start your application in January of that same year. Then how long will it take you to get your decisions? After applying online and proving your identity and providing all the necessary documents you are required to get, you would get a decision within 3 weeks if you are outside of the UK and 8 weeks if you are within the UK. And then you can also get fast decision as usual as well. How much will it cost you? It's the same as the religious worker visa. You have your healthcare surcharge, which is £1,035 per year, and then you have your application fee, which is £319. Then these visa categories, you are only allowed to stay 1 year. That's 12 months. Well, you have the opportunity to extend, yeah. So that is it. You can extend. The good thing about these visas is that you can change work, you can change your job role. You can leave that visa and move to another visa. That is the most important thing. There are also things you can or cannot do. You can study, but you will have to provide your academic technology approval scheme certificate, and then you can work for your sponsor in the job described in your certificate of sponsorship. You can also do a second job in the same sector at the same level as your main job for up to 20 hours per week. Well, this clause, they didn't tell us if you can be paid for that 20 hours you do per week. It's not written. Well, maybe it's assumed that you won't be paid as well. But the clause didn't have that, attached to it. Then you are allowed to bring your partner and your children. Then things you cannot do is to receive any payment for work. You won't be paid for work. And then you cannot take a permanent job. And also you cannot get public funds. So yeah, this is it for the charity work visa. So the last one is the creative worker visa, guys. This one is nice, This is also a temporary work visa. And it also has its eligibility criteria, the documents you must provide. You're allowed to bring your partner and children. You can extend your visa and something called creative worker visa concession. So let's go through the overview. You must apply for a temporary creative worker visa if you have been offered work in the UK as a creative worker. And you will have to meet the eligibility criteria. Going forward, you will need a certificate of sponsorship as well, just as others, and then it's literally the same thing. When you read down, it's literally the same thing with other. Let's quickly go to what you can or cannot do on this job visa. You can study as well, but you need to get that certificate, the academic technology approval scheme certificate. You can work for your sponsor in the job described in the certificate of sponsorship, and you can take up a second job in the same sector as the same level as the main job for up to 20 hours per week. Then you can also do a job on the skilled worker immigration salary released for up to 20 hours per week. You can also bring your dependents. The things you cannot do is number one, you cannot take public funds. You can't. Most of the skilled worker visa job roles, you're not allowed public funds. Then you cannot start your own business. So if you come in through creative worker visa, you have to stick to that role or roles on the same category or the same level. You can't leave that and go and start up a business. You're not allowed to do that. So let's quickly go to the eligibility criteria. So looking through the eligibility criteria for creative worker visa, you need all the following to be eligible for the creative category. Number one, make a unique contribution to the UK labour market. For example, you are internationally renowned or are required for continuity. You see that some of our, celebrities probably have used this creative worker visa to move to the UK or to relocate to the UK. Yes, because one of the criteria is to make a unique contribution to the UK labour market, or if you are internationally renowned. Like, I think if you have gotten an award, a renowned award, you've received an award anywhere at all, you've been recognized internationally, that you've done something, or maybe you're a musician and see all the musicians and all the influencers, all the people that have done well, actors and actresses, like you've done well in creative industries. You're a musician, you're a photographer, and you have international recognition. This visa category is for you. The second eligibility criteria is a certificate of sponsorship reference number. Like I said, every sponsored job has a license reference number. Have enough money to support yourself in the UK. That's your proof of fund. So basically, that is it. So these three visa categories are the easiest as it stands now, and the opportunity that they are offering is really enticing. You can extend your visa, you can bring your partner and your children. After watching this video, I want you to go back and do a proper research. Yeah, do a proper research. You read through everything and every criteria, get yourself ready and make your application. If you want to work in religious aspect as a religious worker, if you want to work in charity, and if you're a creative artist, if you're doing anything in entertainment, this visa is for you. If you've received any award, you can prove that you've received any award, any internationally recognized award, or you have been internationally recognized. Hey, this is an opportunity for you to key in. Give yourself that opportunity. Listen, let me tell you guys something. We are talking about relocating to the UK and dishing out information for you to relocate to the UK. It's not like we're trying to say everybody should leave the country, but with the way things are going, you need a better life, isn't it? You need a better life, even if you don't want to give it to yourself, give it to your children. Give it to your children. And it didn't say you must live in one place for the rest of your life. Yeah? If you were to live 80 years, nobody said you must spend your whole 80 years in one particular country. Go to another country and explore. It mustn't even be the United Kingdom. You can apply to go to Canada. You can apply to go to America. If you guys want me to share information regarding how to move to Canada, please come down in the comment section. I'm happy to put up videos as how to do that, or to move to America as well. If you need any information regarding it, please tell me. I'll be glad to tell you guys all I know about relocating to Canada and to America. So if you have watched this video till now, thank you so much. I am happy that I share this information to you, and I really hope, like, my joy will be complete if you sit down, do your research, and make your application, and come on the comment section or DM me any day and tell me that after watching my video, you are able to achieve your goals. I'll really be glad. Don't forget to subscribe. See you guys on my next video. Bye.